Good evening, YouTube. This is Come and Take It. I'm going to do part 2 of the sticky rice making video. Now, this is a bamboo cone that you put the rice in. This is the pot that you use for making the steam. As you can see, I've got it filled up to water in here. There's hot water inside there. Okay. What I'm going to do is soak this cone in this water, so the outside and the inside get soaking wet. By soaking the cone in water, what it does is it prevents the rice from sticking to the cone. Okay, now I'm just going to let that thing fill up with hot tap water. I'm going to turn this on high, and then I'm going to take the rice with this strainer here, and I'm going to pour remember, this is distilled water. If it gets absorbed into the rice, it's good because there's nothing in there. But if this water gets absorbed into the rice, that's a problem, health-wise. So now watch what I do. I pour a lot of this water off, and then the rest I put in the funnel, into the filter, the strainer. It's going to probably spill out if I don't. Okay. I don't want it to spill out, so I'm going to use my hands to pull the rice out. For whatever reason, as I have cooked rice hundreds of times, you always spill some out for some reason. It's like it bounces right out of the pot. Now, I'm going to scrape the rest out. You can use a spatula for this, doesn't matter. Okay, rinse the pot out. So I'm going to use this pot again to make coconut milk. Okay, now you see what I've done? I've got the water filled up in here. It's soaking, so the wood gets nice and wet. I'm going to take this, I'm going to shake it up, try to get as much water out of there as possible, because sticky rice does not do well when it's wet. So I want to dry it as much as possible. Get as much out of there. That's 90% dry right there. Okay, now that this thing has been soaking, I'm going to take this right here, turn around, let's see if the pot's steaming yet. Is it starting to boil?
Yeah.
It's not steaming too much, so I'm going to let it steam for a bit, but I'm going to put the cone in there. I don't know the Thai name for this, but these pots are specifically, this pot right here is specifically for sticky rice. I don't think there's any other reason for it. Maybe in the Old West they used to spit into these things, but the spittoons. Once this rice starts to steam up, as you can see, the steam's getting pretty intense right now. Okay, so I'm going to watch how I pour the rice right down in the center of this sticky rice basket. See that? I'm going to get rid of all the rice out of the strainer. I'm going to put that in this off to the side here. And I'm going to find these extra pieces that popped up because rice has a life of its own. Now, here's what you do. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, a pinch of salt, not a pinch, but I'm going to put it right on top. If you want to put any seasonings on this, and you don't want to use coconut sticky rice, then you would put the seasonings on right now while it's still fresh. So I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of salt on there, and this is Himalayan pink sea salt. Notice I put this piece of paper toweling in there. That prevents it from getting absorbing too much water from the moisture in the atmosphere and then turning hard like a rock. So I've put maybe a little more. Okay, I put some salt in there. Here's the lid. Put that up. Now I'm going to take this pot that I used for making, soaking the rice, put that over here, and I'm going to, let's see here, I'm going to heat that up over here. I need a bigger kitchen. Anyway, I'm going to heat the sauce on that center boil there. Okay. Eventually it'll come out. This is coconut milk. Organic coconut milk. Okay. Put it on pause for a second. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting the coconut milk out into the pot. That's pretty good. Now, we're going to time this for 12 minutes. Okay, because it's starting to steam up right now really good. So we're at 12 minutes. Watch what I do. I take this lid, I put it right on top there. 12 minutes from right now. Okay, I'm moving this pot off to the side here. And what I want to do with this coconut milk is warm it up. I'm chopping the pieces down because it comes out of a can. It's been hardened into the shape of a can. I'm going to put it on this warmer back here. And the warmer is right over here. You don't want to boil this stuff. Is there a high on that one? No, it's just a warmer. Okay. So it's 9:36 when this started. Plus 12 minutes. 46, 48. So at 9:48, this goes off. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half or so of sugar. This is to taste, okay? You can add a teaspoon, you can add a half teaspoon, you can add a teaspoon and a half if you want. But being that we're on a diet trying to lose weight, we don't want to have too much sugar, I'm going to put a teaspoon and a half in here. That's a teaspoon and a half. Okay, zoom that up. Put this one up. Stir it so the sugar melts and the coconut milk melts. I'm not going to put this in high. I'm not going to boil it. I'm just going to warm it up. Okay. Now, the steam comes up, cooks the rice, and the rice never actually touches water. High sticky rice should not be boiling in water. Alright, it's just about ready to take off. As you can see, what will happen is the rice will form a big ball right in the center. I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to flip the ball upside down so whatever's on the top right now is not getting direct steam as compared to what's on the bottom. So watch what I do. Watch how I flip it. Okay. In case there's any water dripping out. Watch. This is part of the fun. You've got to try to get it so it flips directly upside down. There we go, perfect. Now I'm going to put it back in for another 12 minutes. Cover it up. 48, 58, 10 o'clock even. And now what's going to happen is, after we're done, the salt's being distributed throughout all the rice now. I'm going to put it on this cutting board right here on the counter. I'm going to tip it out onto the cutting board, and I'm going to spread it out, because what happens is there is immense heat right now inside the rice, and you don't want the immense heat to overcook the rice. So you'll see it all come steaming out. Oh, by the way, this is my old basket, and you can see the holes are in the bottom. This is like 10 years old, Look at the condition of it after 10 years. Not bad, except it is ripping through the center, so I had to get a new basket. Anyway. Okay, so now we're, just one point of fact. The Thai Army, I have a friend who was a commander in the Thai Army during the Vietnam War, and he told me that the soldiers in Thailand, what they do is they get 2 cups of sticky rice per day. Now, you would think, wow, that's not that much, but in actuality, because sticky rice is very glutinous, it takes a long time for your body to digest it. So what happens is it keeps adding carbs to your energy. You keep getting calories all day long, and anyway, it sustains the Thai soldiers for a whole day. So anyway, I'm going to put it on pause and I'm going to finish cooking this, and I'll show you what happens when I'm done. Okay, now I'm done with the rice, as you can see. It looks like a big ball, right? It's been cooked on both sides. It's now cooked all the way through. The salt has spread through the rice. Now, this is going to be coconut sticky rice for me and plain sticky rice for my son. He does not like the coconut flavor.
I don't like sweet food.
He doesn't like sweet food. I love the coconut sticky rice. Now, if you go to a Thai restaurant, they're going to serve you probably mango sticky rice with coconut milk. Or they might, I tried blueberries and raspberries. They're pretty good. There's other fruits that you can use. Pineapple maybe. And the other thing that you do with sticky rice is you can eat it plain because it's delicious. You ball it up and eat it. And the third thing you could do with sticky rice is make dipping sauce. Thai dipping sauces. There are several available, but mostly you're just using the vegetables that are available in your house, even leftover vegetables. Now, what I'm going to do, tip this out over here. It'll come right out, but I don't want to make a mess, so see how I tip it out? Gotta scrape that extra rice out. These rice cones are available at many Asian supermarkets. Same thing with the rice pot. Many Asian supermarkets carry them. Okay, now watch what I do. I'm going to flatten this out. Notice I put it on a cutting board. You can use the counter if you like, or any flat surface. Cutting board's fine. And I'm just spreading it out so the heat comes out of the mass in the center. And that is beautiful sticky rice. Now, how you eat it like this. You take a little bit like that. It's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Roll it up like a little ball. See how it sticks together? Okay? And then if you had dipping sauce, you would take this piece and dip it into the sauce. Eat it. That is so good. Some people eat it plain. Some people eat it with, like I said, with Thai dipping sauces. And some people eat it with just coconut or coconut and mango. It's that good. And anyway, so that's it. That's my production of Thai sticky rice. Please like and comment and tell your friends. And I'll play. Hang on, put it on pause. Like and subscribe and tell your friends and please share. Oh, I have one thing. The other day I was talking about shushing the rice, and I thought that there was no such word as shushing. Well, my son, Jeremiah, found that word in the dictionary. I'm not sure if it's Webster's dictionary. It was an online dictionary, probably the Urban Dictionary or another dictionary. But anyway, I can no longer claim the name or the title shushing rice. So we have to come up with another term. So please tell me in the comments another term, a better term than shushing, because I can't claim that shushing is come and take it. So anyway, thank you very much. See you soon.